Yesterday you were talking with one of our friends and you said, I don't know if I have the exact phrase, but manifestation slows you down. So
that we were really out there on the leading edge, weren't we?
And that really struck me as a very profound statement. It lined up with a lot of what I was thinking without knowing that's what I was leading myself to think.
We like that that's the nugget you took away from the day, because that was the leading edge bulletin of the century.
Yeah, it was huge for me. It made me realize how so much of, since I can remember, I would classify myself, and probably many teachers classified me as a dreamer, and I can go from 0 to 1,000 with my dreams and have very much fun following my thoughts and my inspiration and whatever it is that I want to think about. And then I get slowed down going, well, how come it hasn't shown up? Or why isn't it not showing up? And it slows me down from the next thing that might strike me moments later where I want to go with thought or explore more of that.
Let's explore it from every angle, because we've been talking about it for a long time, but something about that particular conversation brought it out in a powerful new way. So it's easy to ask for something and imagine. Better word than easy is it's faster to think it than to manifest it. There's a buffer of time. 99.99% of all creations are completed vibrationally before there is any manifestation, but that part goes really, really fast if you allow the alignment. So when we said, and it was a dramatic way of saying it, that manifestation slows you down, we don't mean that you shouldn't want to manifest. What we mean is, if you will be a thinker and take your joy from the thought, then you've got what you were looking for anyway, because everything that everybody thinks they want, whether it's a material object or a pile of money or a relationship or a circumstance or an event, everything that they want is because they think they will feel better when they have it. So if you can leave out the manifestation and go to the thought of it and take pleasure from the thought, now you've accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish with the manifestation. But the reason most people don't get that is because most people are still offering most of their vibration in response to what they are observing. It's like you think you have to have it before it's real. And we're wanting you to realize that if you've got it in your mind, and if you're having a visceral, good feeling, emotional response to it, you've accomplished all you need to accomplish. People all over this room and in every room where we say anything like that begin to freak out immediately, because they think, oh yeah, Abraham's dead, they're non-physical, they don't even need a house, they're trying to get us to be the same way. A woman said to us, I don't think you even care if my lover ever comes to me. I think you just want me to hold him in my mind so clearly that I don't notice that he's not here. And she didn't mean that in a nice way. She was accusing us of that, and we were caught red-handed. We said, yes, that's exactly what we're talking about, because when you are envisioning him, you're happy. Now you said some really important things, because you're acknowledging that you can hold something in your mind and you can be happy. But here's the hurdle that we want to get over. Most people, even in a leading edge, advanced, deliberate creative environment like this, most people learn about vibration to affect manifestation. Don't you? Isn't that sort of the bottom line of all of it? Okay, I'll play your stupid games, I'll do the stupid processes, I'll line up my stupid energy because it'll get me what I want. And we say, it'll make you happy. And they say, oh yeah, I'll be happy, but when will my stuff come? Will my stuff come? And we say, well, why do you want the stuff? So I can be happy. But when will my stuff come? Well, what about being happy first? That's the thing that you have to get your thoughts around.
Alrighty then. No, I'm up to, I feel good with that. I feel like I'm up to speed with that.
We felt you feel completely everything that we said, and so we were just embellishing your platform. Now bounce off from it.
And what I want then is to go even farther, those times when there is doubt in me, or I do focus in a way that I'm having difficulty staying in
But you
alignment.
see,
Can you help
knowing that now you know everything, because now you're not ever going to feel the negative emotion that you call doubt again, that you won't know, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing that thing I do. I'm not going willingly right now. Start saying that when you feel negative emotion. What does negative emotion mean? I'm not going willingly. Going where willingly? Say it out loud to other people. Oh, I got negative emotion. I'm not going willingly. Going where? Downstream. What? I'm not going willingly downstream. What? Well, everything that I want's downstream, and I'm not going willingly. And even someone who doesn't know anything will say, well, why aren't you going willingly? If everything you want's downstream, why don't you go? What's wrong with you? It would be a good way to approach this, because you have no valid reason. You don't have one valid reason except habit of thought that you learned before you know what you now know. And now you know what you now know. Everything that you knew before is invalid on that subject. Everything that you know now that contradicts what you knew before makes what you know now what you want to keep active. So why would you ever go back to what you knew before? Do you know what the majority of negative emotion is? Trying to go back to what you knew before. Now think about it in terms of what we've been saying here all day today. You're becoming when you don't let yourself become, when you don't go willingly, when you try to hold to those old thoughts that don't work, that aren't accurate, that aren't a vibrational match to what you now know. Oh, don't you love knowing that? And the idea that somebody else should be right where you are on every subject is what trips you up more than any other thing. That's the thing that makes you more uncomfortable than almost all other things together. You want the people, especially the people close to you, but you want the people in your life to know what you know. And you know what? They don't. People around you don't know what you know. They've got a different vibrational gap. So one person could be living something, saying something, believing something, and not have a vibrational gap because their life didn't cause them to become something more, so they're not violating their own expansion. Where only you can know if you're violating your own expansion. And we think that is the most powerful way of looking at it that we can give you. We think that you and everybody else would have an easy time dealing with your gap if you weren't trying to factor others in.
Yeah.
If you weren't trying to see the world through the eyes of others, if you weren't trying to see everything from somebody else's perspective, you'd close your gap easily and you'd be influential, and they would be more likely to come along willingly to what life has caused them to be, you see.